Hi, welcome to American History. My name is Miss Jones, and I'm going to be telling you a little bit about what you can expect from the class this year. Before we jump in, just a couple things to let you know. This is basically how to contact me or be able to make sure you know what's going on in the class. First is my email address. My email address is rjones9@wcpss.net. That 9's pretty important. Make sure that gets in there. The second thing is the class website. This website's going to have everything that you need in order to keep up with the class, including the videos that we do, homework assignments, classwork assignments, etc. That's jonesushistory.weebly.com. I also have a class Twitter account, which will occasionally have updates on it that you can use if you use Twitter. That's rjones9wcpss. It's basically my email address without the @ or the .net. And then finally, I do have a Remind account. If you don't know what this is, it's a free service that allows you to sign up for text messages. So if I send out a text message, it can go straight to your phone. It's completely anonymous, completely safe. Basically what you'll do is if you text to the number 81010 at JonesAM1 if you're in American History 1, or at JonesAM2 if you're in American History 2. I don't see your phone number. Everything is completely free except for your normal text messaging charges. And it's just a really easy way if you have trouble keeping up with what's going on in class to have those reminders from me. So let me just tell you a little bit about myself and who I am. I was born and raised in Raleigh. Not many people can say that. I'm pretty proud of that fact. I grew up with a great family here in the area, and always knew kind of that I wanted to do something where I could use my love of history. So that's why I decided when I was in high school, I went to actually Leesville Road High School here in Wake County, but I decided to go on to Appalachian State University to get my degree in history education, where I knew that I was going to get the best teaching program in the state. I loved my time up there in Boone, and I feel like I got a really great education in order to be the best teacher that I could possibly be. In terms of my family, we're a small little family, but we're very close. Just me and my parents and my younger brother. Yes, he is younger than me, even though he is 1.5 feet taller. Right now he is engaged to a lovely young girl, so we're about to add a 5th member to our family, and I'm very, very excited about that. My family all lives in the area. My brother lives in Charlotte. We're all very close. So family's a really important part of my life. Another important part of my life is my church family. I go to Richland Creek Community Church here in Raleigh. It's a big part of who I am. It defines a lot of who I am as a person. Church is really important to me. And then last but not least, I do have a lovely little dog, Pixie, who you actually might see in this video. She might run through the screen at some point, but she is a long-haired miniature dachshund, and she's my little girl. You'll hear me talk about her quite a bit in the class. But of course, really the central part about who I am is that I am a teacher. Teaching is something that I love to do. I love being able to be a part of your life and the lives of your classmates, and really just, be here for you. My door is always open. I'm always willing to talk to you about anything you need. Please don't hesitate to come to me. It's my favorite part of my job. The last thing that I want to just kind of tell you about before we get into the way the class works is something that I like to do for the class. It's kind of a small community service project, and it's really easy. This is a project that supports the Ronald McDonald House, which basically, if you have a child that is in the hospital for some sort of terminal illness, it supports the families in this local area, especially families that maybe are not from the Triangle. And it's a really great support. I personally know a lot about it because my little cousin Jordan was diagnosed with leukemia when she was 2, and the Ronald McDonald House really helped us out. And one thing that they do in order to raise money is they collect Pop Tops. So this is a really easy thing for you and your families to get involved in. Every time you have a soda or an energy drink or anything that's got one of those Pop Tops on it, save them. Put them in glasses on your kitchen counter. Bring them to me after lunch. Whatever you need to do in order to collect as many as you can. It requires no extra effort on your part, and it's a great way to help support a really great cause here in the area. Okay, so you may have noticed that this is a little bit different than most of what you're used to in school. First of all, you are not listening to this in the classroom. You're watching this at home. This is something called a flipped classroom, and this is something we will be doing throughout the year in this class. So the goal of what a flipped classroom is to give you the background information that you need for the class at home so that we can spend time at class really focusing on enriching that and being able to apply some of the concepts that you learn. So essentially what is going to happen with this is once or twice a week you are going to be assigned a video to watch, much like this one at home. I will be giving you a graphic organizer or a worksheet of some kind that you can use to fill in while you're watching the video. The videos will be about 10 to 15 minutes long, very short. You can watch them at home on your phone. I will post the videos on my class website. They will be YouTube videos. It's a really easy process. In class, what we will do to make sure that you got the information you needed from the video, we'll take a quiz the day after the video is due in class. The quiz is open notes, so you get to use your graphic organizer on the quiz. So if you watch the video, do the graphic organizer from the video, you should have no problem making a bunch of easy 100s. Now, I know that there may be an issue with some of you not having internet at home. If that is a problem that you have, you or your parent can contact me. I'm more than happy to work with you on this. We'll figure out something to make sure that you can still be successful in the class. So just be aware of that. Now, in terms of the materials that you're going to need for this class, the one required material I have is some sort of binder or folder. We're going to be getting a lot of materials, specifically those graphic organizers and any assignments we do in class. They need to stay organized. I should be able to say to you, pull out the War of 1812 graphic organizer and you can go right to it. So this is a really important material to keep up with everything that we're going to be doing. I also recommend that you have some sort of notebook to be a journal. We'll do journals in class. We will be using colored pencils or markers. I do have them in class, but if you are somebody who likes to have your own, bring your own. We'll also be doing a lot of annotation and reading a lot of documents in class. So highlighters are a very useful tool. I recommend that you have at least one with you. Again, I do have some, so it's not something that you're required to keep up with, but if you would like it to make sure you have that, then go ahead and get some of those as well. Finally, we do have an online textbook. What you need to do for the online textbook, if you go to pearsonsuccessnet.com, register with a username or account, go to my account, add a class. If you enter this access code that I've got here at the bottom, which I'm not going to read to you, but if you enter that in, you should be able to use the textbook at home. So if you need to like skim over a chapter or finish an assignment you didn't finish in class, you'll have access to that as well. In terms of grading, we do have a department-wide grading system. The percentages for this class are major assignments and minor assignments. Major assignments are tests and projects mostly. Anything that takes more than 3 or 4 days to do is a good way to kind of think through that. That's going to count as 60% of your grade. We'll have 1 test per unit and about 1 project per unit. So about 20 major assessments throughout the class. Minor assessments, which are 40% of your grade, are going to be mostly quizzes, classwork, and homework. So classwork is something that only takes 1 day or so to do in class. Like I said, we'll have about 2 quizzes a week, give or take, so you'll have several quizzes, and the homework assignments are anything that's addition to the flipped classroom assignments. There will be plenty of minor assessments to balance out the major assessments, so if you're worried about that tests will not determine your pass or failure in this class. But if you're not a great test taker, and I was not in high school, I completely get that. If you're not a great test taker, I do offer test corrections. Basically what you'll have to do is come see me during lunch or make an appointment with me during RAM readiness or after school, and you can earn half a point back for each one that you miss doing a short assignment on that. I'll give you more information about that when the time comes. Keep in mind you can only do test corrections if you made a D or an F on the test. If you made a C, you'll just have to do a little bit better next time if you want to do that. Finally, please make sure you keep all of your graded assignments. I am human. I will make mistakes. They will go missing. I will enter it wrong on the computer. I don't want to give you a 10 on something you should have had 100 on. So please make sure that you do keep your graded assignments when you get those back and compare them to what is on PowerSchools to make sure that everything is correct. That wraps it up. I am super excited to have you guys in class this year. I know it's going to be a great semester, and please let me know if there's anything that I can do to make your learning experience better. Bye.